Previously in WOR PC Tier 5.
Here it comes, PC Tier 5 at Monaco, all 5 lights on. Action at Monaco. It's a good start from Lumi. NSR's going to come around the outside, but he's under attack from his teammate of Casper on the inside. Into Sandevon. Brilliant start from Lumi as they run up. He's already about 6 tenths ahead. There's a bodywork, fly damage in the middle as well as Pesce's past Daniel Mass as he's now taking control of the car.
So it has all gone wrong as he's trying to make a move to the inside of the Rascas, and there might not be an end play, but he's got through anyways. The Ferrari comes into the pit lane of Vettel, absolutely nudging, trying to find a gap to the inside line. He's gonna go. It'll be neck and neck only for a moment. The Mercedes inches ahead, and damage contact for Mass, who was trying to keep his foot to the floor, but he's gone into the wall. Can Vettel try get the exit and do what he's done before and make a move into Massenet?
Oh, yes, he can, round the outside. That's going to be bold. It's brave. It's beautiful. Vettel goes through on Pesce. That was brilliant. More action, more drama. Surely not. Left, right, left again. Can't find a way through. And that is superb defending from Daniel Mass. And LMB, superb driving. It's been the favourite line tonight. Outside of Massenet, bouncing off the barriers.
But Lumi, though, JB, just maintaining position. He's had a few hurdles. Oh no, he's out! He's out! Lumi's out of the race, the championship leader!
Over we go then towards the Nouvelle chicane. You don't want to have contact at this opportunity. Casper's going defensive. Is Vettel going to find a way through? We've got a yellow flag and Vettel's hit the wall! He's done exactly the same!
And unfortunately, those were our final moments out there on the circuit as we had a lobby crash as Vettel, who crashed out, found himself leaving the lobby, and it meant, unfortunately, we didn't resume due to the rulebook suggesting that if we've completed 50% of the race, there is no need to complete the rest as we can hand out the required points. In terms of our championship, it leaves us with Lumi as our championship leader, but he has been promoted to Tier 3, so it's 14-point gap to Vettel, who gets to keep his points as well from that race, so he gets himself to a second place at Monaco, and it means he's second place in the championship. Our net leader, 14 points away from the actual lead at the moment. Cameron Sky has also been promoted as well earlier on in the season, but he's in P3. And then it's our race winner from Monaco just now, Casper Ian Gijic, who's in P4, 30 points away at the moment. Malix is in 5th, and then it's Percy who secured a P3. It puts him 6th in the standings, and then we find ourselves with Darino, Kraken, NSR, and Kurami, who has 12 points to his name and has the possession of P10.
A mixture of the old and new. Baku is described as the Windy City, but this 3.731 mile circuit at just over 6 kilometers is a real barnstormer in esport worlds because it is a true mix of anything can happen. Welcome to PC Tier 5 for the 21st season and the 6th round of the championship here at WOR, and we are looking forward to an unpredictable night of racing. And taking a look at the circuit as well, you don't know how much we have to love this place because it really is special. Looking all the way around as well, this place has been top speed at over 197 as well, coming through the average race winning speed around here. Lap record is at a 141.365, a total of 19 turns on the circuit. The first sector here located up of 90-degree left-handers before turn 4 comes to the right. And then you go into the narrowest and tightest part on the circuit at any Formula 1 World Championship event through the castle section. Be prepared for complete unpredictability here tonight. And alongside me in the commentary box for this one, as we come up towards the commentary box for the first time, is going to be Omi as well. Omi, welcome back. Well, 2 weeks ago, we were in Monaco for a complete unpredictable event. We were really enjoying ourselves, and then a disconnect and a red flag and the race ending early. But that's not going to happen tonight. And so much has changed compared to 2 weeks ago as we look into now going in for the second half of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Into the second half of the season as we get ready to crown a champion. But yes, lots has happened in the 2 weeks that we were away. So it is great to be back and great to be here for Baku. As you mentioned, such a challenge. These drivers going from Monaco to Baku two challenging circuits, and then we'll be off to Silverstone next time out. So yeah, quite dramatic as well, and quite a lot of challenge when it comes to the calendar this season for the drivers.
Yeah, so much has changed coming into it as well. Our championship leader is now not in the series more any longer, Omi. He has changed over to a different tier. So that opens up just a little bit coming in, doesn't it, for the end of the season? And I think we're in for an unpredictable night. I'm looking forward to it as well because this circuit, it's just going to be nuts.
It will. Exactly what you saw at Monaco, but just a bit more of overtaking opportunities, I think it's fair to say. Especially down that mammoth straight into the first turn. Let's see who's going to be able to try and make some overtakes and fight their way through. It is just one of those venues that demands and requires the best from these drivers, and that's exactly what is going to be taking place today. A pivotal race when it comes to the title battle, and as you mentioned, there's been a few changes when it comes to the tiers as well. We'll talk you through it and go through it a little more in detail once we get into qualifying. And we have all of the drivers out there on the circuit, slightly lower grid compared to what we would want, but I think when it comes to these type of circuits, it is to be expected as well, with more drivers struggling. So some deciding to sit this one out.
Yep, and coming through as well, we will be getting ready for qualifying shortly, with tonight's attendance being a little bit different coming into it. I think the biggest thing we should talk about is the disaster at the end of the Monaco race as well, and what the final result actually was, Amy, because it went on for several days trying to find the actual result, whether or not the red flag meant the race ended on lap 24, lap 23, or lap 22, and whose positioning would be where, considering many felt it wasn't fair. The driver who caused the red flag would still be on the podium getting points paying positions. So, well, what's the final verdict?
It was quite controversial. Apologies, had my mic muted there. It was quite controversial. We had Vettel, who got second place. He was the one who left the lobby and had that issue as well. So it meant that what happened was, of course, it broke our lobby down, and it basically meant that as there's nothing in the rule book, as there's nothing to indicate in the rule book that someone who crashes the lobby leaves the lobby, and then that's why the race ends. We can't continue it. The rulebook suggests that we have to go back to the previous lap, but nothing says if the lobby host crashed it, that they can, of course, be disqualified or get any form of penalty. But now that has changed. Now that, of course, will be the case moving forward. Of course, the rulebook can't cover everything, so we've let that one slide. And we've put it in as well. But yeah, quite a lot of discussions. And unfortunately, there is that one rule that covers like any sort of issues that there might be when it comes to the circuit. For example, a driver who does something that, for example, deserves to be blacklisted or something that's not in the rules, that is fine. But as this wasn't a on-track thing, it wasn't able to be covered by the rulebook. So it meant that he did get a second, with us going a lap before and taking the results from there.
Yeah, it's got confusing, and we were having to deal with it on air as well, live to you all a few weeks ago, and exactly what was going to be when and where. So hopefully we'll be all good to go shortly. The drivers are just getting ready as well to log in and get going. Fingers crossed we'll be in a good position to get going soon. So what are we expecting then around here for qualifying, Omi, in terms of it? Because it's going to be just a single qualifying session as we're used to, and then it's going to be pretty much bank a lap, then maybe 2 to 3 laps towards the end of the session in quick succession, because it's such a long lap that they don't want to be leaving it. Well, I would say 3 minutes to go would be unlikely. So we're going to see, I think, many a run with 5 to go.
Absolutely. So the drivers will get themselves realistically around this type of circuit 3 laps in total, but banker, and then they'll push on and go from there, basically. So that is the way it's going to operate. That's the way this session is going to work. Kind of what you saw in Monaco, but just a little bit more organized, is what I'm going to say as well. That is how it's going to work out. That is how it's going to play at the moment.
Okay, so qualifying is about to get underway shortly as well. We'll move into that segment and get ready to get going here for PC Tier 5 as we'll get out of it. Now, drivers are hoping not to have rain, which would be a great
It was kind of like that. Now, a lot more different at this level. This is the phase where the drivers begin getting themselves to the higher tiers and getting themselves with some good esport teams affiliations where they start possibly getting to have some engineers, and where basically what goes on at the highest level of esports start coming into play for these drivers. So this is where it really gets interesting and where they really have to perform. As we mentioned, this is the lowest stream that is tier this is the lowest tier that is streamed as well here on WOR when it comes to the PC side. So there's a lot of pressure on for these drivers because this is where the eyes go if you want to get the talent that are currently much more lower down in the ranks.
Qualifying is underway then, and the drivers are out onto the circuit, and we are all getting set then for what is going to be an interesting thing come through. We've had a brief loss of signal, so apologies about that. We've had a bit of lag here tonight with the servers being a bit temperamental to come into it. But Omi, the car's heading out onto the circuit, and we should be good to go shortly as well.
We should be indeed good to go out there on this circuit, as they'll be making their way through and they will be on full attack and pushing on in a few moments around this circuit. This is one of those venues where you need to basically just get towards the circuit, where you need to take a bit of the calmer approach and get settled in. If you go in full attack, then it could be a moment which sees you head into the wall. So you've got to be very cautious and careful with how you approach this.
I'm having to commentate sideways actually because my TV pictures have gone down on the Discord call. So I'm taking a look at JT's battle producer screen that he's got open for us as well, open on this side as well. I mean, but they're coming up, I think, down towards exit of turn 12 and 13, the fast sweeping section, into what is, I think, one of the most unfair and heaviest braking spots on the entire calendar.
It really is. It is such a challenging part of the circuit. It is quite tight. It is quite tense. So it means that the drivers have such a challenge when it comes to one lap pace, because this is the level where it gets to thousands as well. So that is what they have to deal with, and that is what those drivers face when it comes to this 18-minute qualifying as well. We've had quite a mix of drivers who've been able to take the top spots across this season. It has been a very competitive season when it has come to qualifying. Kaminsky and Lumi both find themselves with 2 pole positions, and Vettel fan also able to grab one earlier on in the campaign as well.
Really has been a quite interesting run in total. As we get our first lap time starting, a little bit of a wiggle as they take the atmosphere to come through as well. Fingers crossed it's going to be an interesting opportunity to come through. And I'm expecting a full-out qualifying and a full-out battle procedure coming up shortly as well, Omi. And fingers crossed it's going to be a good one, because we need to have a bit more a calm, cooler weekend than normal.
Absolutely. It is going to be one where the drivers have some valuable points on offer as well. And we mentioned this in Monaco. We mentioned it in Monaco. The drivers find themselves with a scenario where you've got quite a lot of the drivers who've decided not to come and do this race, do this round with us. So if you have decided to come, you are expecting to see a bit of DNFs. If you can be a driver who does not get those DNFs, then you give yourself a brilliant opportunity as well to score some good points and score higher points than what you possibly could have been getting earlier on as well.
Still pushing hard then as well, as there's drivers also complaining as well that the server's not exactly being 100%, and that's why we're having a couple of issues up here in the commentary box as well. So I think you can see the pictures back at home. I know JT's been able to see them, but the driver's having a few issues as well. So we do apologise. Apparently we had this a couple of races ago as well, so we'll keep our updates clear as the racing action continues on, Omi, as well. The times are coming through, and I'm trying to open up the TV pictures as well from YouTube, just so we can actually see what's going on. The servers are not being kind to us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely not being kind at all, as they are fighting their way through at the moment around this venue, trying to just get a first lap time on the board. That'll be the challenge for these drivers as well. And it's going to be one of those venues where you need to build upon what you've managed previously in this session, and then go on the attack, and then see what you can manage and see what you can find.
So we've got Liam Doherty on top there, 138.730. David's in second, 138.783. With Peshibu in 139.060. Washed is 139.341, 6 hours off its flexes, running in fifth, and then Powers in seventh place as well. So at the moment, this is going to be a better run to come through.
It will be indeed, as we are going to be getting the lap times in, and they will be getting this banker at the moment. And then around a longer circuit, of course, there is a lot more margin to find as well. So it's not where it can sometimes be like in real life, where you set a good lap and then you can relax for a bit. The circuit will be taking a step forward, and it means that these drivers have to follow suit. And we have seen in previous races here in WOR, grid position so vital and so important to try get it right, to try and make sure that you can be a contender. It basically just absolutely decides how everything is going to play out for you in the race, and you don't want to be in the middle of the pack because that can lead to quite a bit of chaos, I think it is fair to say.
Yeah, Vettel now just coming through the castle section. He's in 9th place at the moment. Apparently, we've already had Christian retire from the session, so he's not going to take any further part in qualifying. AMG just in the pit lane, 11 minutes to go of the session as they try and get things sorted and fixed out as well. Interesting run so far then here as the session continues to tick down. Vettel just turning in now to the back of turn 16. And Omi, as you were mentioning, the full power run all the way down from 18, 19, the kinks coming through down towards turn number 1. But I think Vettel has lifted out, and he too having a few server glitches coming through. I don't think they like the look of this as well, Omi, coming into it. We'll try and have a quick look to see what they're saying, if there's anything in the PCF5 chat to come through. But yeah, it was a good session to go through, and yeah, it's not the most 100% coming in.
Absolutely. At the moment, as we currently find ourselves with the clock, the timer, running out, and some critical and vital lap times that have been set by the drivers at the moment. We got a win last time out for Ian Gijic. What a position! What a race it was from him, and most of all, just keeping it out of the wall. And that is what got him to that place. It was so vital. It was so important, and he was absolutely loving life after that victory as well, and after we saw everything happen there.
Still going on then as Liam comes through. This is Thomas Backler coming through with a red sector time, so he's lost out on that delta. Now let's have a look at Peshibu as well, coming into the back half of the circuit, judging around ever so slightly. Gets out of the way of the Ferrari coming at him on an outlap.
Will do indeed at the moment for these drivers. Very important to make sure you're out of the way, because just like it is in real life, you find yourself with a scenario which in there can be penalties put in, and that would be after the race, and that would be to your race position. So it wouldn't be the nice thing of what they get in real life, even of the grid penalty, and you get a chance to fix it in the race. It would be happening when it comes to the race completely. So their overall race results. So that's what can happen when it comes to that.
So it's looking like it's still going to come through and have a better result shortly, as the LMB now running backwards as well on the circuit. Let's have a look. He's in 9th position on his first delta time down to the braking zone for turn number 4. So looking quite strong.
Looking strong indeed. Can you keep it together though across the remainder of this circuit? Can you try keep your foot pinned in and try and follow this venue and keep it out of the wall? That is the most important thing, especially when there is so much more time to improve, to go faster. And talking about going faster, that is exactly what we've just seen come in.
Yeah, 138.445 for the Ferrari going straight to the top. That's a much better run.
Much better indeed. Exactly what they were looking for and exactly what they were chasing at the moment out there around this venue. And it's, of course, you're up against your rivals completely when it comes to this part of the session. Your engineers can sometimes possibly be looking at what the other drivers are managing, if any of them are streaming their POVs, and then seeing whether there's anything that can be done better. But usually when you get all the practice, when you get all of that coming in, that is when usually it can all change around, and when basically the learning happens. You really can't be doing too much learning when it gets to the actual session where you need to perform, where you have to deliver.
I think there's a couple of people having some. Yeah, there's a few having some server issues, so don't worry about that at all. It is going to be a bit of an issue with the F1 servers at the moment. We'll try our best to continue on for you here this evening, as it's currently Thunder with the top time, 1:38.445. Liam second, with David third, Peshabu in fourth as well. Jed's in fifth. Well, Casper, as we like to call him as well. He doesn't love that one coming into it. As I believe there was another one at the bottom of the screen as AMG has left the session. So that's down 13th place as David comes across the line then in the Mercedes and goes third fastest, 1:38.731. So Delta's still up and down at the moment with 6 minutes to go before the lights go out here and the racing will begin. 9 times out of 10, it's a, well, I don't want to say smooth operator, Omi, but it's a demanding track, and it's pretty much what we said. Get out there with 5 minutes to go and get going and make sure that you can get some Delta lap times coming through.
Absolutely, that's the most important thing. David will continue to push on around this circuit on this lap at the moment, but what a challenging session for these drivers. They've been to Monaco, a complete different challenge here, but still the same set, as we have Liam, who's pushing on at the moment as well, and then we also have Flexus, who's one of those drivers who have entered the tier as well lately, and he comes across the line and he was able to find the time at the moment, P3 for him. You have Thomas Balsa, who was making his way through, and Vettel with the fastest lap, coming in a few moments ago, 1:38.3. So he found the time, JB, and well, he's been on pole already this season, trying to become a contender once again to have the best view once the race start happens.
So at the moment, Vettel's top, as you say, 1:38.306, and we're watching him now continuing to have the run out there on the circuit. First sector times looking, first sector times looking a bit different as well coming into it. 2.3 seconds down on the overall best time. So he's going to take a little bit of a break coming into it.
He will indeed. At the moment, as we continue to make our way around this venue, a circuit, of course, that runs to 20 corners in total. You're not really worried, though, about that 20th and final corner, the little kink that you have as you roar onto the very long straight, which, of course, when the race start happens, there's not very much of a run down towards the first corner. On a safety car restart, different story there, because you are plunging down into the first turn, a big and quite important overtaking opportunity as well.
So Vettel still out there, but into the pits then have come 2 and 3, 5, so then 6, 7, 8 all coming into the pits as well. So we've only got, I think, Flexus and Thomas out there setting lap times. Power, I think, is on an in-lap. Let's have a look. Here he is now coming up. He's going to try. Yeah, he's on an in-lap coming in. So we thought there might be a run there shortly, as we've delayed pictures ever so slightly. I'm trying to work out what the lag difference is to our commentary screen and yours. It's around about 6 seconds. So if you're seeing things first before we say them, that's because the server is having an absolute nightmare tonight, and we're trying to close up a lot.
Yeah, it's not being ideal today. Now, can I just say, there was a server issue last Monday. So if you were trying to watch the rerun of Tier 3 1 week ago, their rerun couldn't happen due to it as well. So there was issues last Monday. Now, while the issue is not to the same degree, we can get in the game. There is something that's going on within this server that is causing issues, at least for us. Maybe lobby specific rather than everyone being affected, because there is a lot more tiers and a lot more things going on. So unfortunately, it's only come to bite us today out there in this session, as the drivers will be absolutely going full on attack, because this is where it will matter. This is where you've got to be trying to see whether any step forwards are there. LMB's about to begin a push lap as he will get his foot down, will make his way to the sweepers and just go full out attack, flat to the floor, and he will see what lap time he can manage and what lap time will he be able to produce as well.
So we'll head down in towards the braking zone for turn number 1. It's a second gear corner as well. Hard down as well, just literally taking it back. So it's 8th gear down to 2nd gear. Hold that 2nd gear down into turn 2. But you're already at 8th gear maximum for the braking zone for turn number 3. Down, down, down to around about 120 kilometers an hour. 2nd gear through turn 4. 5 and 6 chicane keeps it up at 2nd gear as well, just loosening it up ever so slightly. And it's a nice run around the circuit as well. Yellow flag was out briefly in sector 1. Then through the castle section. And this is the part of the circuit where everybody goes now, because it's actually a 3rd gear corner. So it's quite high speed as well to try and take up. It's at least 150 kilometers as you're literally 8 kilometers. And Thomas has retired from the session. So that's already going to be, he feels like he's done enough. Look at LMB. Was so close to the wall there before the track opens up for a long run from 12, 13, 14, 15 into the heavy braking zone for turn number 16.
Absolutely, as he will get himself on the brakes. He'll navigate his way to get as close as possible to the wall you would have seen a few moments ago, and then making his way to the last braking zone, and now flat to the floor. You're making your way to the sweepers, left and right and left and right, and then you get ready to just put your foot down, and you've done enough. It all depends on your speed, it all depends on your setup as well, as you try to find an improvement. Driver currently in 11th position. We'll be trying to find the time forward. It's Vettel at the moment who is at the front of the field. But LMB's lap time, there was an improvement by 1.2 seconds. But when you are so much behind, when you are the last driver to have a lap time on the board, 1.2 seconds still keeps you all the way down in 11th place.
Yeah, AMG, by the way, still not having set a lap time in this session, and he's 13th in the field, so he's going to hope that he'll get one across the line shortly. Look at that. This is coming in for Thunder down towards turn number 1. The surface still a little bit glitchy coming through. I'm hoping they might do a lobby reset before the race, which would be golden for us to get sorted. I might suggest that coming into it as well. But it's a good run so far, and I've just got the feeling it's going to be a nice run.
And that's exactly what we want, isn't it? That is exactly what we want, for it to be a great run all the way until we get down to the checkered flag of this qualifying session. We'll have a 26-lap race that will follow later on as well. Checkered flag is flying. Drivers need to improve. You are looking at David at the moment as he navigates his way through those sweepers that we've been talking about. And then you've done all you can. Liam, his lap time will be a P7. We're on board with that Mercedes car that we're talking about with David as he's about to set a lap time across the line. And you would have seen it a few moments ago, but here we go. He'll find his way going up to P4. Decent lap. Let's see whether anyone else can improve.
So here comes Power across the line, goes up into 6th position, as you said. And can't see anybody else improving on the overall data. It's got a brief yellow flag further back. I think Vettel might have this one with a 1:38.306. 3,000 up in the sector is Peshibu coming through as well. LMB has he backed off 0.3 of a second? It looks like he has to my screen. So I think he's going to stay in 11th position, the last qualified driver over the line. Several drivers coming back into the pits, including Vettel, who's taken provisional pole position.
Absolutely. And he's going to be beaten by the Ferrari man, now going to P1 at the moment. And that will be, as it stands, our 4th different pole sitter of the season. And Vettel thought he'd done enough, but he's been displaced. He has been beaten at the end of the qualifying session here on the streets of Baku. Highly competitive, highly action-packed, and that was absolutely wild.
Really was, and that's it. Everybody has now finished the qualifying run. So let's come back up to the commentary cam and give JT a few moments as well to work his production magic to come through.
Absolutely. So we're just going to quickly run you through the results before we do so, before we make our way onto the camera screen to discuss and talk about everything that happened in that qualifying session. Just making our way through.
If they load in, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that is if they load in. I've been giving the game all the time in the world, and I don't think we get them, unfortunately. So it happens sometimes. The game
No,
just refuses. It doesn't give us results. Yeah, it doesn't. Wow.
the server's been having an absolute nightmare today. I can honestly tell you that. I've never experienced an issue as well. At least we can actually go racing. It's just how much racing we're going to see to come into it, which will be an interesting factor for what we'll have later on.
Absolutely. So we are just waiting. So LMB is also reporting lag as well in the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah.
So I'm hoping that we do get a lobby restart. If not, then we'll be taking the 5 red lights and getting
The
the
red flags again.
yeah, those red flags as well, which we had to deal with last time. And we're still asking who's actually lagging. There's a few drives reporting it, and yeah, well, we are definitely having some of those up here in the commentary box as well. Apologies, I know Monaco went so well, so there's always going to be some issues with the game. But yeah, Monday for some reason seems to be getting affected. I don't know why as well. Luckily though, at least we can go racing unlike last week.
I feel like we should have some authority, Omi, on whether it's a lobby restart and a red flag or not, because it's really hard to keep
Yeah.
on going and keep on running. So there is going to be a red flag.
Okay, so we can wait. We can be a little bit patient to get these issues fixed because we want to bring you 26 laps to remember as well with all of our functions and all of the skills from our producer behind the scenes, JT, who gave us that brilliant show when it came to Monaco, and he's going to be doing the same here at Baku and across the remainder of the season with myself and JB up here in the commentary box as well. In what has been an interesting campaign, and the drivers, all of them have been so kind and have been so excited about the broadcast as well. So it's great to be able to offer this tier it, and I guess they get to experience it before they hopefully move up to tier 4 next season and tier 3, and they'll be hoping to move all the way up with the esports guys at the highest level.
No, that's absolutely. Now, we're struggling for content, so would you like to see my wonderful shirt if I stand up a little
Wow.
bit? Sundays are for Formula One. I love it. It was a birthday present, and they really are. Sundays are for Formula One.
Oh, we've got our TV pictures back. Oh my word.
Hallelujah!
Oh, we've got them back. Issues have been fixed as well. Absolutely extraordinary stuff. They return, and yes, Joshua Burt showing us his t-shirt. There, do you have a WR Monday one by any chance, or is that going to be in the works for the future? I guess.
I guess it'll be in the works of the future. Right now, all I care about that is our amazing producer has managed to get us the one thing we needed, which is the TV pictures coming into it. So we will be able to see what is what. Lobby is up. They're going to stay dry, so we'll be there shortly. And I feel like as well, this is going to be a wild, wild race.
A wild race indeed. If you were with us at the start of the stream, the story so far you would have seen. It was quite chaotic when it came to Monaco, and I'm hoping it will be the exact same when it comes to this round as well of the championship. Round 6, of course, this is on the streets of Baku. One challenging venue and one that requires quite a lot of driving prowess and quite a lot of awareness as well. Risk versus reward stuff of how much do you push and how much do you conserve, especially in those early stages, because you want to make it to the checkered flag, and that's the main thing.
You really do. And around this place, just one hit of the wall would put you out of the session as well. So it's still a dangerous situation to try and keep your focus on. Let's give you a little bit of a run with what the wonderful Bruce Jones thinks the toughest corner on the circuit is as well. And that is the turn 16 as well, approaching down the slope from turn 15, 110-degree right-hander, taking third gear, and a clean exit is imperative to try and build speed for all the way up to turn 1. And it is the most critical, Omi, as well, because you're running, as you say, flat out for around about 30 seconds. And it is so difficult to get right.
Absolutely, it is indeed. There is a lot that is required. There's a lot that is needed from these drivers, and that is one of those challenging corners. But there's so many that well, even when it comes to overtaking, the challenge of trying to get it slowed down for turn one and trying to get yourself ahead, you don't get slam dunk overtakes around this place unless it is on that straight, and unless you've got a major overspeed. A lot of the time it will go down to the braking zone where you're seeing defensive drives, where you're seeing attacking drives. It is all over the place. It is quite chaotic around this venue, so expect a bit of chaos, expect some good overtaking. These drivers brilliantly showed us in Monaco how they could do it, so Baku, oh my word, it should be easy for them to entertain us today.
Really should be, and I'm hoping that this server restart's going to save us a lot of issues that we're having. Our amazing producers got it not just on one, but on two separate screens. So if one goes down, we've got another to contend with. So wonderful stuff from JT tonight. I mean, let's talk about the fact that we're going to have a different championship leader very soon as well. Very sorry, of course, to see stepping up, but I think we're going to be in for an interesting end season because now it's an open goal, open game.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lumi, congratulations to him. He's been promoted over to tier 3. We've had Power, we've had Mims, we've had Liam and Snowflake that have joined us as reserves. Basically, we're in the break week, just to explain, there has been the drivers get options whether they'd like to continue the season or whether they would like to step away. A lot of them, of course, staying. Some getting promoted, some getting demoted as well. So it's been all over the place. At the same time, Flexus has moved over and joined us from tier 6, where he's been racing. And Wash momentarily decided to leave us, but rejoined us as a reserve driver as well. And talking about the reserves that we've got this weekend, where we got today as well, Flexus is in the Williams. You've got Liam in the Williams as well. So a full reserve lineup when it comes to Williams. And Washed is also in the McLaren car. So those are the 3 reserves that will be taking part and that will be contesting our race around this circuit today. So keep an eye out to see what they are going to be able to do.
Yeah, they're just asking me if we got the results. Or something to tell them it
Yeah.
was a black screen.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't really see the results as well. And our producer just telling us in our ear as well. Of course, we didn't really see many improvements over the line, so it could be taken from the it could be taken right when we got our pole lap coming in as well. So all of the cars basically had come across the line.
Yeah,
We were
so we
just
got the
waiting for
grid.
us. We were waiting for a slow car only, which is why we didn't immediately end. So as soon as the final car comes across the line, that is when the game shuts it. But that one car that was going round already completed its lap. It wasn't pushing on at all. It was just very slow as well after that, after a moment out there. So we were done. We have a full grid, and that's all that we need.
Does seem like week in, week out, we're having issues, aren't we? Which is not the greatest news. We had to wait last week for the lights to go out when we had a lobby restart, when we didn't actually need a lobby restart. And now I believe several drivers are having trouble getting into the server to come through because apparently it's the lobby is set wrong. This is why I should say, this is what I think, I mean, back if you agree, the lobby should be set up by us and the producer, because then it takes it out of the driver's hands, because otherwise it's just this, we're waiting around.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely an option. But I just hope it doesn't kill our producer's Wi-Fi too much, because it does take quite a lot to host. Which I do have to say thank you to Vettel, who does
Yes,
decide
he's
to
got
host
a
for
good,
us.
yeah.
A huge thank you to him, because I'll be honest, I've been seeing stuff when I was covering the WOR Tier 1 race. It is an absolute mess in terms of who wants to host. Absolutely no one was volunteering. Drivers, some find themselves saying that, well, our Wi-Fi isn't good enough, so we'll of course be slow, which is fair enough. You don't want to be lagging out there on the circuit, so it is always a mess at the higher levels. So we do have to be honest. A huge thank you to Vettel when it comes to hosting this. But yeah, it does take quite a lot to host the lobby. So whoever hosts it, thank you very much. And a second message: you've got very good Wi-Fi. I think it's fair
Yes,
to say.
yes, to come through. I'm delighted to say that the commentary box is in, so that is good to go. And yeah, well, our producer's done amazingly because on one monitor we've got the TV pictures that you see at home, and on the other monitor we have the pure world feed as well from F1 25. So if one goes down, we've got another, and that's brilliance of having a producer on these streams as well. Because if one goes down, we can keep an eye on. To be fair, I think my Iomi might be drawn to the world feed more, as I think that's going to be just a bit more reliable tonight.
Well, at least we've got two options. We can go anywhere we like with this one. So we've already talked you through what has happened when it has come to qualifying as well earlier on. As you would have seen, it was a trial session where the drivers had where the drivers found themselves with so many struggles out there around the circuit as well. And I'm just also seeing in the chat that the attendance was very good for the first three races. We've had some predictions coming that they're expecting it to drop down a little bit more, but that is why we had those. That is exactly why we had that holiday checkup with the
Yeah.
drivers on whether they'd like to continue or not, and we hope the ones that don't want to continue just find themselves moving on to bigger and better things that they would like, and the ones who do want to race, like the ones we've had come in, can also join us as well. That is always a fun thing, seeing the new talents come in and get their chance even before possibly they would have, when it comes to next season, they would have had to wait for.
So we're all getting set then for what is going to be a interesting final, probably restart, fingers crossed, that we're going to get going.
So the drivers have also been instructed, by the way, to await till it gets to 39 past, and that is when they will ready up. So that allows everyone time. That gives them a good window to get everything set up and then get everything going from there. And then if they've done that, then of course we can get going without any issues or without anything else going on.
Yeah, looking at it as well, we've got interesting conditions over there in Azerbaijan. I can see only bright sunshine, which is good news for us.
It is absolutely good news for us as well. It is sunshine out there at the moment, so the drivers find themselves with a great opportunity to keep it on the circuit, which a lot of them, if it had rained, they have been saying that it would have been quite the struggle as well. So we've got 1 minute until the drivers will start readying up for the race to get underway. No formation lap, of course, so we'll be straight into the contest, and the battle will commence between all of the drivers as well, which I'm sure it's going to be quite the run down into the first turn.
Yeah, the first corner is going to be absolutely critical in order to get right. Still waiting, of course, for the drivers to maintain their distance, and then it will be lights out down to turn one. Omi's got the call for that one as well. And I'm very glad that JT's backup pictures are on because my Discord's failed. So at least I can
Yeah.
see the video ninja that he set up for us here as well, which is what we use our cameras with. We'll love to give you a behind the scenes one down how all this works is put together. It is quite something, and the work that JT does is top notch behind the scenes to put on a show for you as well. And we'll have to give him a shout out at the end of the season, and he can actually probably try and talk to us then because he is, as Amy will back me up, amazing at what he's done tonight to come through.
Absolutely.
Go for it as well as we're getting ready for the start. The drivers have been told to ready up, and we are going to get this one started, Omi. Down to turn one, though. I'm expecting at least a safety car to come in, if I'm honest.
Oh, the Baku chaos being predicted nice and early as well. First lap out of 26. And JV predicts that we're going to be getting a little bit of chaos coming into play as well. So we are awaiting the start of this race on the streets of Baku. This is round number 6 of WOR. You'll get 5 shining red lights that will come on. And then it'll be time for the drivers to be released and race. We look down on the grid. Here we go then. We are getting our 5 red lights coming on screen. And WOR is underway on the streets of Baku with a good launch off the line for the Ferrari. Pershi finding his way to try and get through on the inside line, but he can't do it as they try and get through into turn number 2 on this circuit. It is going to be the top 3 as they were. The cars trying to keep themselves pointing in the right direction. Looks like they've all made their way through as they currently head down towards turn number 3, but a great launch for the pole sitter. He's maintained the lead as they throw it into turn 3.
Massive advantage by over half a second. Now make that a full second, as well as there's still a little bit of lag from the server. I wonder if the drivers aren't going to like that one coming through. See if it causes any yellow flags we come into. Now look at the pit stop strategy. Those on the mediums, they've got an option. One stopper to that 15 to 18 for those on the hard tires, but two stopper will take it earlier on in the night as well. But right now, it is Thunder is leading as well at the moment as they come through from Peshibu as well. Then Vettel running in third, David's fourth, and AMG's moved up already into fifth position after starting this race in 11th. A storming start from the ET8 driver.
Absolutely fantastic. Went on the attack and then some as he tried to fight his way through. At the moment, that's exactly what they're doing around this circuit, and we'll try to see whether there will be any sorts of overtakes. But we have still the drivers at the front finding themselves how they were. Vettel is going to try go on the attack, and he'll be trying to get past Pershi in that Red Bull. He's currently got second place at the moment as well.
Down they come then towards turn number one. AMG's moved up the order. Vettel up to third place. That one complete then. Thunder's completed a 1:44.276 as a benchmarker time. Down on the gears then, as I said earlier on, into second gear as Casper's dropped down into ninth on that start. They've got a side-by-side further back as well, as that is going to be Casper getting back ahead of Washed on the inside line into turn two.
It will be indeed. So that is where the move comes in, and where the move is basically complete as well. So tidy stuff, nice stuff, as they were racing their way by, and they'll continue to do so. Kasper Ian Gijic, who was our winner last time out or at Monaco in that shortened race, finding himself currently in the position of P9 at the moment as well. So he's having quite a nice race at the moment in terms of keeping it clean, but he'll want to move forward when it comes to his progress in this session.
Look how quick they're going through the castle section as well, and trying to keep up with their gears as things stand. So a nice start to the race then. That's exactly what we wanted to see, what we, I think, needed to see. I mean, I didn't really fancy having a dramatic pull throughout the second half of this race, but a little bit of a slide nearly into the barrier there, but all looking good on three riding on board. It hit the wall. David hit the wall exit of turn 15.
He did hit the wall, making his way through, and that is a dramatic moment, which will be fascinating to see whether it will have consequence. Of course, sometimes it's not visible damage, but there can be some other form of damage that can come after moments happen as well, as we make our way through over the line, as we look back to our contenders navigating their way through into the fast turn.
So look at this, still battles further back in 7th position as they come into it. The drivers are also reporting lag, so it's not just us having the experience up here in the commentary box, so that's okay. Better news, I suppose, as Vettel dives up the inside and makes the move for second position. Great move as well, but is it going to be on the outside? Can't quite tell as they come into braking zone. So yeah, Vettel moves up into second position. There was just a little bit of lag on my side. I'm on two screens at once. JT's production is helping out massively here with the two screens in one, as they come down in towards the castle section once more. Vettel in second ahead of Peshibu as well. Davidson in third, Flexus in fourth, AMG. Flexus now fifth, AMG into the sixth, Casper in seventh ahead of Power in eighth place, Liam Doherty in ninth, and NMB gets up, has got a yellow flag. I think Washed is off. I think he's hit the barrier at the castle section. He's gone straight on him. He's got going, and Flexus with a time penalty for multiple warnings.
Absolutely, what a disappointment for him, it looks like, at the moment, from what he's just had happen. Lap number 3 out of 26 as well. Up 2 places has gone Vettel, so he had a great start to the race. He's been able to progress, he's been able to move himself up, and that's exactly what you would have wanted to do in the early few laps here around this Baku City circuit, and then try build from there, try see what you can do, as they've just navigated their way through the sweepers, and our AMG's got a chance to try and make an overtake, and he's going to get past the Williams of Flexus. Nice and easy stuff down the straight, but keep an eye for Kasperi and Gijic, who will be looking to try and contend. They're coming into the pit lane, we were waiting for our camera angle to show them, but they made their way into the pits.
Yep, so into the pit lane they come, as I'm trying to make my internet a bit better if it's just to try and help my side of things as well. But good stop then coming up through Omi. Nice as we get another yellow flag out there on the circuit. Not really.
Yeah, Wash just left the session as well. That's happened.
Server issues, yeah. Several drivers are reporting this now.
Yeah, there's big issues going on at the...
Oh, in their front wing.
Looks like it. We'll wait for a shot.
What is going on? Wow, the servers tonight are having an absolute paddy. You don't see that very often. It's the Lewis Hamilton edition. If anybody was watching, he has the Dutch Grand Prix yesterday. And Charles Leclerc also having that. Anytime I've seen twice in one race, that front nose cone completely come off. It's the Hamilton-Leclerc edition to come through. Vettel still in second position then, as we said earlier on. AMG in 11th as we take a look. Vettel now 2 seconds behind Thunder as well. I think, Omi, this is going to be set in until we get to the first pit stops.
Absolutely, it will indeed, as they currently make their way through, and they will be all just focused on getting the points, getting the critical results that they need from this round. We mentioned plenty of opportunities around this circuit due to, and thanks to, of course, as Vettel comes into the pit lane, but due to all of the stuff that we've had in regards to the attendance, it means that the drivers have got an extended chance this round to try and form a good result, and a result that can contend by the end of our contest as well. So you also had Thomas coming in as he's going to go off those medium compound of tyres and switch over. You've seen Vettel go onto the hards. You've seen that for a few other drivers as well, including Flexus, and that's exactly what Thomas is going to do, along with getting a bit of a front wing change there.
This one actually goes on, which is better news. Oh, look how close that Ferrari got to the wall. The race leader dicing here, making sure everything's still A-OK as they come into it. Well, it's been up and down day, isn't it? But I suppose it's going well. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself back at home if you're watching us. As the race leader continues to pound out that lap time. What's the gap, Omi, now? Is it 3 seconds?
3.2. It's just gone down a little bit. So it's rotating. I think there's some issues going on, which is meaning the gap is going up and then going back down as well. So right now we're relying heavily on what's visibly happening out there on the circuit. But considering we've got a car missing a front wing, not the best indication to us. And by the way, we've had that before in the game. It is just a bug. The driver may have a completely functioning front wing, but unfortunately that visible glitch may not suggest that to be the case when it comes to our eyes as well.
Absolutely, has come into it as they head down the back straight. Lap 6 then of this event, and they still keep on pushing as hard as they can, and still looking all strong as well for it as Power in 6, but Christian moving up into P7 now as well. So an easy run for him, Omi, in the second half, but it's only lap 6 of 26.
A mammoth way to go in this contest. That is the most important thing. There's still such a long way to go, still a lot to happen for these drivers. Flexus with a 10-second time penalty, and the reason why is he's retiring in the pit lane as well. So our second retirement.
I think he's done with the server issues, Omi, and I'm not blaming quite a lot of them. They're finding it very hard to drive. The car wants to go one way and it's doing another thing, so I don't blame them. Go on.
Absolutely, it happens, and it is not turning out to be the easiest day for most of them out there around this circuit, as it gets very close.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, getting very close there as David is trying to push his way past our most recent race winner in Tier 5, and that is Casper Ian Gijic, who has the place at the moment in the Alpine.
I don't know how blind I am, but I feel like this is blind trying to watch it as well at the moment. Coming into it, I'll put my POV into the chat with you two as well. It is literally like trying to watch a broken satellite. video feed as well. You get better quality pictures from Mars, the servers being such an annoyance tonight, but the driver's still trying to give us a great race. And you can see now the battle going on. The DRS is going to open, and the Mercedes is going to try and pull to the outside line. I mean, this is going to be the really big point to see what we could have as more drivers dive into the pit lane now from the back of the circuit. So in comes Casper.
Okay, yeah, Casper comes into the pit lane as well at the moment, and he will get those tyres changed. Every time a driver comes in, you've got to keep an eye whether they're changing the front wing, because that's how many brushes you can have around this circuit and around this venue as well. That is close. That's Christian, who is just behind Vettel at the moment, as well out there on the circuit. The gap's now gone down up to 1.2 rather as well. Lap number 7 out of 26 this race, going by quite quickly. Of course, all of the drivers just getting themselves settled in for the time being, and then seeing what they can do after that.
Definitely still in an interesting process at the moment, trying to work this one out. But as things stand, it's lap 7 of this event, and the drivers will be coming to the pit stops soon as well. I'm not any use to you at the moment, Omi. I do apologise for it. I'll try my best, but it's 6 lap on time. So those on the hards, that'll be Liam Doherty, Vettel. They are on 6 lap on hard, so is Christian, but he's just been passed by LMB. Those on hard tyres haven't stopped yet. They'll be in the best position for possibly a late safety car to come through. So watch out for them. It's not going to be over tonight as we think it would be. So this is going to be quite an interesting run.
Will be indeed as well. Here we go then. They are preparing and getting themselves ready to continue across this event and to continue in this race on the 8th tour. We are navigating our way through at the moment. Our pole sitter still our race leader, so he's finding himself in contention as we send it over the line with the drivers in your picture. And now we see a pit stop come in for LMB, who we saw in qualifying earlier on, trying to get a lap time on the board and trying to get a good lap time as well. He has a bit of work to do. He has a bit of work to do when it comes to this session, as we make our way out onto the circuit with him now.
Yeah, so gets out of the circuit, and again he'll be rejoining this race in 11th position. So a better run then down the back straight. There's the Aston Martin just ahead of him there as well, with a little bit of issues coming into the braking zone as well. So it's not too bad, but I'm be surprised if the drivers complain about it later on in the session about how difficult it is coming through.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is what the drivers are finding themselves with. This situation, a difficult and challenging race circuit as it is. Throw in some additional factors, throw in some extra factors. LMB has got himself a 3-second time penalty. We were just talking about him a few moments ago, as he is getting ready to come in, and he's getting ready to continue on rather from after he's received that penalty, which he's the only driver out there around our circuit at the moment to have a penalty, as Pershey, the Red Bull man, dives it into the pit lane as well, who was one of our contenders who decided to race at Monaco and secure himself some good points from that event.
From the shortened race there as well. But yeah, I agree with you there. It was a good drive, some good overtaking maneuvers, especially coming through Portier. Now we take a look at David, who is keeping back Liam Doherty by 0.7 of a second, with Thunder still leading by 7.8 as things stand as well. So an impressive run out there today for him. Still, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be an interesting battle, I feel, for this one.
Will be indeed. It could be a contest that goes all the way till the end as well. And you, of course, have Thunder leading the way, leading this race with a 7.7 second gap, which is fluctuating around, but I think you get the idea that it is a mammoth gap, and it is quite a big gap as well, considering how equally matched these drivers can be at other circuits at other times. So to actually have a gap that is that big, quite an achievement. And he'll be absolutely loving life. Probably one of the only people who's actually loving life out there on the circuit, considering the issues and the challenge as well. But he looks like a driver who is embedded in the circuit and is right now having a great time
Another one.
of things as LMB gets himself a 3-second time penalty again.
So 6 seconds now added to his overall race time as well, which is effectively him done. There's only 11 left in the field right now, as I thought there was a move going on, but it wasn't. The server lagging. They were showing side by side, but they're not. As they come through now, we come back to Power in a battle with Thomas. As was Doherty in the battle? He's trying to have a look down the back straight towards turn number 3, and David's going defensive, but Liam's going to try the old switch back, and he's through. Liam Doherty takes 2nd position. Great move.
Tidy stuff, nice stuff. And P2 at the moment for him as he gets his way by. So that's exactly what he wanted and exactly what he was trying to achieve at the moment. But that was nice. That was tidy stuff from Liam as he found a way by at that specific part of the circuit. We've just seen Thomas will switch places with Power. That is at least according to our timing board as well, and it looks like he has the Aston Martin driver now ahead and a kick Saber directly in behind. Now he'll be trying to give chase and trying to contest and trying to continue in this one as well at the moment.
I've lost everything now on my side, so I'm completely useless to you. I do apologise.
No worries, no worries. We continue around this circuit through the castle section. Such a challenging part as the drivers have proven across qualifying, across the race as well. Lap number 10 out of 26. So in a few laps time we'll hit half race distance in round number 6 of our season. We've still got an interesting and exciting calendar to come and still a lot to happen as well. And yes, we're also being told in the chat, a bit laggy. Yeah, unfortunately, that has been the case across the entire thing. It is the server. It is the server itself that is having issues on our side, and the drivers were having a lag as well in qualifying. So it's been that type of day. Now, as I was reminding everyone, on Monday we had 1 week ago there was meant to be a tier 3 race that was rerun. There was issues on the Monday. This week we're in the servers, but there's issues on our side as well in this lobby. So it's
drivers also having them. I must point out as well, as you said earlier, they are literally complaining about it from other events tonight as well. So it's not just this specific event, it is others that is being affected across what we're doing right now.
Absolutely. At the moment they are trying to keep this one just going, and we are looking at the moment at our race leader, the Williams man, Liam, who's got an advantage by 1.4 seconds as well. So he's doing well, and he's going to try to bring this one home. What a moment it could be for him as he arrives into the tier. Could he immediately go in and put on a good result and impress immediately? That would be a great first showing for him if he's able to find the time and find the racecraft throughout this contest. 11 drivers remain. Who knows, we could find ourselves in a similar situation to Monaco, where if you are a finisher, that is all that you need, and that is all that matters. We could find ourselves and get to that situation as well.
I have a basic screen back up in front of me as well with what you're seeing here, but I can't tell the timing tower, so you have to tell me who's we're on board with. But here's our race leader.
Yeah, here's our race leader. That's one thing that we are 100% certain of. Apologies once again. We can have the highs of Monaco and then the lows of Baku after 2 weeks away, unfortunately. But that is just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, I think it is fair to say. But thank you for sticking with us and for sticking with this important and vital round of the championship as well.
Half distance, and that's coming up as well. Another 13 laps to go as Liam Doherty continues to hold through, but yet to have a pit stop in the pit window not yet open. And that's going to be the biggest factor coming through. The Ferraris are sliding around as well and just lagging back through. but they are still running on the positioning right now. He's being chased down by the Alpine. Omi, who is that?
Absolutely, we've got the Alpine of Ian Gigic, who is chasing down the Ferrari car at the moment out there around this venue. And that's what they are trying to do and trying to find themselves with as well. Lap number 12 out of 26 here at this Baku circuit at the moment. AMG having a race where he's not got anyone in front of him, but he's not got anyone near behind him. It's 2 seconds at the moment, so he's got quite the so he's got the race where he's not got anything to do at the moment other than just try and keep it pointing in the right direction. But let's hope he can be rewarded with some good points by the end of it.
Hopefully so, yeah, to keep on, and decent points here will be a big bonus in the championship fight that's opened up with the lobby change-arounds as well. So, yeah, the drivers are reporting issues as fast lap of the race comes through on the top of the board as well from the Ferrari, who was leading so much of the race earlier on as we approach as we're now in to the second half of the race.
Second half of the race indeed. And this is going to be a second half which we hope that will entertain us and will deliver us with the racing that we want to see. Pershi with the Ferrari in behind, with the Ferrari looking to try and get through. And there we go with Thunder moving up, gaining a place. And that is exactly what he was looking for down at the third turn of the racetrack. That is as well. Okay, we've reached our way past the half race distance that Jamie was just mentioning to you. So we've got through. So in case there is any issues, then at least we've done 50% of the race, and a result can be taken as well, just like it was in Monaco. In case the servers do get a little bit worse.
I'm on the verge of saying that's near enough a red flag. With how bad they are as well. We need to get through 75% distance for full points to be allocated to the event like we saw last time out in Monaco, but can't imagine how difficult it is for the drivers to want to go for a move. That's probably why we're not seeing so much overtaking out there, because they don't want to risk the lag and then all of a sudden an accident. As LMB, I wonder how, look, he's had 9 seconds worth of penalties now. I wonder actually how many of them have come through with the game lagging him off the circuit as well. As we've got a battle and a change for second position. Vettel moving ahead there as well, but I can't see it visually happening to us on the screen, so I can't describe it to you. I'm going off the timing tower that Thunder and Vettel are in a battle.
They are indeed, as they made their way through, and they are on our side momentarily, basically finding themselves ghosted inside of each other as well at the moment. But as they basically lag absolutely everywhere on this circuit. But we will try continue with this one and try and get a contest in as well to show you at the moment. 3.1 seconds. Now the gap between Thunder and Liam, who is leading the way around this round 6, around this circuit, this Baku City circuit, in round 6 of our campaign for the championship. That is definitely going to be readjusted and is definitely going to change in dramatic fashion after everything that we've had come in with driver promotions and drivers moving all around, along with some drivers not racing as well here around this round. So it is going to have a big impact.
Can't wait to see what that impact will be coming into it as well as we continue on lap 14 of 26 then. So Doherty leading the race coming into it as we now get the battle. And there is Doherty as well being caught by the Ferrari. I think we've got a battle going on between the Red Bull as well, coming in with Vettel. We'll see that hopefully shortly, but look at the gap. That is the Ferrari closing in, and everyone twitching down the straight, lagging out of places. This is horrible for the drivers trying to follow it as well. As I think, I'm not certain, but I think we've got a maneuver going on for P3. And I'm always reluctant to say because 9 times out of 10, the servers lagged them out of position.
Absolutely. At the moment as well, as they continue on, and they will make their way through, and they will look to try and get themselves some higher points if possible. This is when the drivers will discuss with their engineers, and they will be having conversations and be looking and analysing through, is there anything they can do better from this phase? Is there anything they can do as well in case we get to a safety car? There's so many possibilities and so many things that you've got to contend with, that you've got to consider, that can change your race and that can change things in very dramatic fashion as well, like we have seen so many times before as we navigate our way through this castle section and then into the final sector, the third part of the lap, which really these last few corners are very vital before you do all the work and you focus on just getting your foot down, seeing whether there's a chance to open that drag reduction system and to forge your way through to a higher place by the time you have hit the brakes for turn number 1, as well as we continue to look at all of the battles where it is close to the moment. Here's LMB, 9 seconds worth of penalties, who is on the back of Power as well.
Gets the exit coming out of turn 12. Now opens up the throttle, go to maximum 8th gear for a really hard braking stop into turn 16. It's downhill and it's so easy as well just to lock up and go straight on into the barrier, as the battle for second has also changed, especially when it gets ahead of Liam Doherty, unless that is Liam coming into the pit lane, which it could be, has yet to stop in this race, as there's especially not going through. And yeah, Liam Doherty is into the pit lane only to change tyres.
He is indeed. So that comes in at the moment, and he will make his way back out there onto the circuit. Will rejoin the road. There goes the McLaren of AMG, and he's ahead as well. And then Liam in P5. Here is Power. Here is LMB. The two of them together, and two of them contending as well for this position at the moment of P9. But LMB, as we've mentioned, only driver with a penalty, so he's going to find himself dropping backwards anyway, and I think they are battling as we head down into turn number 3. But LMB still has the answer. He still has the position, the Racing Bulls driver, ahead at the moment. In the second sector, they will be entering now as well. You've also got a close battle going on between Liam and AMG as well. That's 4th and 5th place on the road.
Side by side coming through as well, as you've got a yellow flag in the second sector. That's so LMB is out of the race. He's spun out, and that's going to be a yellow flag. He's got going again. So LMB going round then at the sector that we were just watching at as well. We are literally commentating. He's good. Vettel's been giving 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Our commentary screen at the moment is like a picture book that we're getting told. So it's very hard to tell who's who. We're doing our best to try and bring you commentary. You're seeing at home better pictures than we are. That's just a habit of the server issues that we've got through.
Absolutely. LMB.
I'm useless to you, by the way, mate, at the moment, because I've got nothing.
Absolutely. We will continue to push on to the final stages of this race as well. And we have found ourselves with a situation where round number 6 definitely becoming the round which will go a long way in deciding our championship battle. And that is exactly going to be the case for a lot of these drivers. Few of them coming in. LMB retiring in the pit lane, that is, at the moment. So he retires in the pit lane, becomes a third different driver to retire in this race. It means we've got 10 drivers remaining, and the point we were mentioning earlier of if you can find yourself in the top 10, you will grab yourself some points, and some important points in terms of your championship battle, as well as you try and progress up the order.
Yep, so coming through now, we are watching the Aston Martin running in 6th position. Thomas Backler 2.4 seconds back at the moment. And this is coming up to the top of the hill. We've got a full yellow, so this is virtual safety car's been deployed.
It has indeed. No map, nothing on the map in terms of a static dot that has come through, so it is a virtual and not a full safety car. We'll keep an eye on if it gets upgraded, but a virtual safety car out there on the circuit for the moment, which will change things up, and we'll see what the drivers will do in reaction to it as they continue to navigate their way through at reduced speed. And it's important to make sure that you're cautious when the virtual safety car is ending, to make sure that your delta is green. If not, it could be a drive-through penalty heading your way.
Indeed. It's going to be the factor coming through, as we're now on lap 18 of 26. So just past 2/3 race distance. And back into the lead of the race is the Ferrari with Thunder. Bershabu in second position. David as well running in third. Liam Doherty fourth. Casper in fifth. And if it's a full safety car that we get deployed into, that would bunch the pack up nicely. They'll also get a chance to pit stop and change tyres to a set of softs before the end of it.
Vettel's in our chat saying my wheel is lagging. Oh my god.
Wow.
Well, we've got a stream that's absolutely lagging as well, a server rather that's absolutely lagging.
That tells our host as well, remember.
Yeah, it's all going wild, unfortunately, for everyone out there on the circuit. I'm really looking forward to speaking with our top three to see how much they've been experiencing stuff as the green flags come out and the contest continues as well, and they will make their way through and continue to push on. Then lap number 18 out of 26 we are on, and we're about to get really properly into the final stages of this race, and it will be where we'll of course look to decide our winner, and where it will all hopefully go down to the end, because that's what we love about racing, when it goes all the way right until those when it goes right till those final moments.
Into the braces of turn one. So Liam's just got back ahead of David for third position then, and moving on the inside. So a little bit more of a position to come through, as they're going to try and fight back down the back straight in towards turn number 4.
Absolutely, that's what they're doing at the moment. And this circuit, which, well, you get to those 90-degree corners as well, and they will absolutely look to try and get their way through as well. It will be David who will be looking at a podium spot to see whether that's a possibility. And we've got ourselves out there on the circuit an interruption.
Safety car virtual.
Safety car's out. Here we go. Safety car's out, and that could change things up in a major way. Vettel's left.
Oh no, not again!
We had this 1 week ago.
Oh.
Is this going to cause an issue? Is this going to cause an issue? And Vettel just said wheels turned off twice in a row. So
Now, do you know, I'm not going to say it, but I think this has all come through because of our lobby host. If he's having wheel lag issues, it's disconnected.
his game's crashed. His game's crashed.
Yeah.
He just reported it
Yeah.
to us as well. We're still lucky to be going, because that wasn't the case 1 week ago. So
Red flagged us a week ago. Well, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The lobby is okay, Vettel, at the moment. Luckily, we've survived. I didn't think it would be the case, but somehow it has survived. But yeah, that's unfortunate.
I hope your game's okay, mate, because if it's a power wheel that you're having, then I hope your wrists are okay, because that would have been knocking you for 6.
Oh, just that day. Just that day. Apologies. As we've already mentioned, it's been that time of day. We've got the safety car out, and we've got basically a sprint shootout to bring you all the way till the end of this. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it happens, and it will be hopefully something that goes all the way till the end.
We are really laggy now. So we've effectively now not got a lobby host. I didn't see who it migrated host to at the bottom of our screen, but as things stand, the lobby's going. But how much longer can we go? Because this is surely going to be a red flag soon. The drivers can't even race in the behind the safety car at this rate. It's judging like crazy. This won't be just affecting us as well. We've already heard from Vettel it's affecting him. This is going to be affecting at least the remaining 9 drivers in the field. Unless you've got super duper government Wi-Fi, you're not going to have any good stuff here.
Ah, well, the spectator thing getting affected now with us. So it is definitely affecting us in a big way. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that a lot of the drivers, of course, they are focused on the racing at the moment, and I'm wondering whether anyone will come during the safety car, mention anything in this chat. But the lobby, we're in it, so that's something. That's something. To be fair, after what happened 2 rounds a round ago, but we've got lag. We've got big things going on at the moment, which you probably don't want to be seeing.
Well, this has been, I think, one of the weirdest races we've tried to contest with ever, as the field continues on. It's given me a headache, to be perfectly honest with you, up in the commentary box as well, because the server keeps jumping. I've got an eye twitch in my left eye. I was wearing my glasses. I would take one of them off because it set it off. So I'm having weird vibrations, and then my screen keeps dying. I can only imagine how it is for the drivers out there having so many problems. As look, even behind the safety car, we've got the field reorganizing itself to try and come through. This is horrible. We've now not got a host, remember. So this, I presume, would be going towards the entirety of the field. So it would be sharing the server. And it's just be making it worse. I wouldn't be surprised if they might stop it. So the drivers have been told to keep racing. But, yeah. So we're going to see. There might be a new host for the lobby next week, and I think that might be sensible. As look, now we've got a time penalty coming, but we're under safety car, so that has that now confirms it for Christian. He's got a time penalty for multiple warnings, but we're under safety car. That couldn't have been him. It couldn't have been him because the server is lagging like crazy. I would say they've got to finish the race only for it to be declared official. We had this last year, but if I'm not mistaken, we've passed 75% distance, so full points can now be allocated for this event.
Absolutely. We have indeed. So the drivers have been instructed, just keep going, get this one to the finish, and we will try and work things out and see whether a proper result can be taken. I guess we'll, of course, once the race is done, I'm sure the driver chats will absolutely flood in with information on what the drivers were facing. But yes, unfortunately, Vettel's game has gone again. Then, yeah, I think it would just be better to have a new lobby host as well, just so then he can stop having lag issues himself, because it's not doing his driving any good either. So if you think he's enjoying it, absolutely not. It is an absolute nightmare for him himself as well. And then, of course, it is not the easiest for us.
Yeah, I agree. And to be fair, there was a lot of ranting in the... Oh, as our graphics have reset themselves. Okay.
Oh, we've headed into broadcast safety car mode, I think. Where it's automatically where it is automatically run through the safety car period. So that's interesting. We've journeyed our way into this at the moment. So we've got broadcast safety car mode. That is on. And here we go. We've well, it becomes a highlights package basically, everybody now, where the game automatically takes us lap after lap after lap, and then we eventually end up getting to the green flags again. Weird scenes, wild scenes when it comes to this. There we go. Simulated onto lap number 22, and we await to reach the message that the safety car's ending as well. So we'll see what happens when it comes to it.
I don't think the word "I've got a headache" has ever been used quite as apt as it has now.
Well, the drivers get a bit of a deep breath. Well, our producers think it's his fault. No, that's lobby settings, by the way. Absolutely not. You don't have control. Yeah, you don't have control over the settings. It's a setting that the host puts in. So we shouldn't be under broadcast safety car mode, but we are at the moment, and we've gone back to live. So I think we're getting ready to go back green flag racing now as the Ferrari leads us away. So it's Thunder leading the way down towards the first corner.
So into the braking zone for turn number 1. My goodness me. Very hard. Well, we now know it's not anything to do with us, and it's not our fault up in the commentary box. This is the fault of the server and the settings that we've had. The drivers have been having the same issues. But we've got all sorts of mayhem going back, as they are going to treat this as a full-on race. and just see what happens. Cameras are moving left, right, and centre, but Thunder, I think, deserves the race win. I mean, he's been completely, at the front the entirety of today. It's been something else completely.
It really has indeed, and he'll try and navigate through to the final stages. This is where the drivers know that if you are running in this race, you are on your way to some points. So can you get to the checkered flag? Can you get it to the checkered flag? That is the vital thing, and can you make it all the way till the end as well?
Lap 23 of 26. Nobody's happy about this at the moment. We keep on going in the most hilarity of situations. And Christian's dropped down into 8th position. David's dropped down into 5th. There's another yellow somewhere on the circuit. I hope that Omi will correct me that it doesn't need to be reminded because it's just an error from the message. Yet another glitch. So we are green flag running so far, but Thunder's going to hopefully desperately get this race over as quickly as he can.
Absolutely, he will indeed. So ignore that graphic at the moment. No static car, no car with any issues at the moment. Thunder sets the fastest lap of the race. The Ferrari man has been dominant all the way through, and he's going to try and bring this one home. Lap number 24 of the contest. DRS gets enabled now, and it will assist the drivers with some overtaking. So it will assist them with some overtaking at the same time. And Liam just fighting his way through in the Williams car. That's P3 for him at the moment. He's got David on the back, and he's also got Percy directly in front of him at the moment. So this is a race where we've only got limited time, and that's limited time for the drivers to try and make some progress.
Still coming through then and trying to find the overall runs. David's moved ahead into 4th position, but it's hard to tell what's lag and what's not. But still, Liam's up to 3rd now, back again. So Williams running in a good position. Liam Doherty doing some amazing strategy in this race. Don't forget he led for a couple earlier on today and still running strong. But the Ferrari of Thunder is down 2.6 seconds ahead of the front of the field. Now just 2 seconds, a small error. I'm giving up with that timing tower. He's in the lead of the race.
He is indeed. He's in P1. That's all we need to know. I mean, he's been such a dominant driver that luckily that's one thing we know. That he is in the lead. That he is P1. That he is navigating his way through. Apologies, as I've mentioned. A new lobby host will definitely be selected for next round after what we've seen as well in this race. We're about to go on to and head on to the penultimate lap. And yes, apologies in a big way to the scenes that you are currently seeing as they make their way down the straight and in towards the first turn, into turn 2 as well, and then into the turn number 3 complex. Percy close and looking for an opportunity, but yes, out of our control when it comes to today. Percy trying to make the move. Is he going to be able to find a way by? That'll be the aim, and he'll be trying to get through by the time they hit the brakes and hit the anchors for the 3rd turn, but he couldn't do it. And Liam will maintain the place.
So Thunder then is closing in. Doherty now still in 2nd. Beshabu in 3rd. Through this castle section they come once more. And Doherty now back into 2nd position. Beshabu and David battling hard. Well, that's a very nice Globant advertisement there coming through. Oh, hello. There's a pharmacy there. Did anyone know? We're going to need some antibiotics after this one.
Oh god, we got extra camera angles that we didn't even know existed in the game. I guess that happened. I think it sums up. This race, and yeah, I really hope all the drivers have had it a little bit better than us. Let's just say in terms of this, considering a circuit like this. This is one of the venues where you don't want anything like the word of lag being near you. But we're about to go on to the final lap of the race as well. And Thunder, great job from him. And he's on his way to get race victory. And he's going to deserve it after all of the hard work he's done. And he's going to deserve it as we roll on to the last lap.
So this will be Thunder taking it all in glory as Liam and Benjamin are still battling over 2nd and 3rd position with the lag issues swapping them backwards and forwards on the timing tower. No doubt who the winner is, though. As Omi mentions, he has truly weathered an unbelievable storm here today. And oh, look at this. They're still battling hard together over second and third position. They are ding-donging together. And David's in that mix as well. So a fantastic battle for the podium still going on, Omi.
Absolutely. Great fighting. Great squabbling. And you've got David in there trying to capitalize on any opportunity there could be as they get through this middle sector. They're all together. They're all in this train, as you can see in your picture at the moment. But 4 seconds, a gap that has been extended, a gap that has been brought up and pushed on. But Thunder only has a few more corners along with the back straight, JB, to go until he can call himself the victor of round number 6.
Battle still coming now as Peshman is staying up there. Doherty gets ahead as well, and apparently now Doherty's back in second. They're all moving around like crazy, but this is the man who has fought off the server issues, fought off lobby restarts, fought off the field and the driving difficulties of today. It has been a masterclass and has made this unwatchable stream completely watchable. What a race! Thunder has lightninged his way through the field, and now he's showing off a victory in Baku in absolute beautiful style. Victory goes to Thunder. Benjamin second. Doherty will come home in third. David fourth. Casper just in fifth. From Thomas, AMG power across the line. Oh, and an accident with the Red Bull flying off as well. How Max Verstappen over to finish the race.
It was side by side to the line. I think Ian Gijig missed out on a position by 1/2 of a second. And yes, that is, I think, the perfect scene to end this race on as well. In terms of the camera screens, are we even going to get an official result? Unlike qualifying is my question as well. So yeah, there was quite a lot going on across the line, so it can become a little bit of a mess if we don't get that. We'll see it after, if it comes up after the podium, which is in your picture at the moment. Ferrari at the top, quite a difference compared to real life, I think it is fair to say. But Thunder with a great drive, with a great performance, a deserved winner on a tricky and challenging day like this as well.
Glad you said that, not me. As they leave this field. And now, as ever, it's champagne time!
It is indeed. They spray the bottles. Christian saying that he had 2 screen freezes on the final lap.
Oh,
it was an absolute mess. Some drivers with no race pace, some drivers with a lot of dirty air, and overall, I think not a pleasant experience from the Baku City Circuit. So we'll quickly look at the results and then we'll wrap it up here in the commentary box as well.
I don't think we're going to get any like last time. Nope.
Yeah, we're not getting a result. We're not getting a result. So I think the perfect thing to do is bring it over to the camera screen. And after one of the most weirdest races, get ready to round stuff out as well. So
yeah, well, I want to just say he's on camera but not mic if we can. JT, who's been behind the scenes today and has absolutely done nuts. There he is, producing the stream for us as well. JT, you've done absolutely brilliantly through the hardest of conditions to get us pictures and to get this stream on. So well done, my friend, down there, down in the gallery as well. And he's been talking to us throughout the session as well, helping us with the commentary as well, because he could see pictures that we couldn't. It's been absolutely nuts.
It has indeed. So, my thanks to you, JB, and of course a special thanks to JT as well behind the scenes across what was a challenging day. But Thunder, well, he has weathered any sort of scenarios that he was thrown today, and he's our deserved winner. So my thanks to you for sticking with us across so many issues. We'll be back at the home of British Motorsport. Silverstone awaits in a week's time, and we hope to have your company there when WOR goes racing for round number 7. Goodbye.